Big Mike Rant, the Big Mike Rant, the Big Mike Rant, embracing change. Good afternoon, this is Big Mike and the Big Mike Rant. This is a serious topic, so if you're looking for jokes, you came to the wrong place. Listen, sometimes I have a little bit of a tough time making these because I'm supposed to look right up there in the webcam, and I end up looking all over the place, but it's just because I'm not used to looking at a camera. I'm not a professional. I'm just trying to share advice with you. So anyway, today's topic is, like I said, it's a serious one. It's not something you can't hear, but it's a serious one. And it's called embracing change. And what that means is, in a nutshell, it means in your life and constantly throughout your life, things are going to change. Whether it's going to be things at work or things at home, or things that affect your family or whatever. It's hard to tell you this without talking about a specific topic, but I have seen in my lifetime so many times where something will change. Say it's something simple at work. Where you can put a tool or how something has to be done, some kind of a process. Your main office comes down with a memo that says do it this way, not that way, whatever. And the first thing that you hear from people, and it's always seemed odd to me to hear this, was, well, I don't want to do it like that. Oh, God, I hate it when they change stuff. Or even, well, if they change that, I'm going to quit, Just negative responses to the fact that things change. So listen, here's one thing. Maybe it's the first thing you ought to understand about yourself and the people around you and the people you work with and live with, and that's this. Nothing is set in stone, ever. Everything changes constantly. Nothing is ever going to be the same from hour to hour, minute to minute, day to day, week to week, whatever. It is a lie you tell yourself all the time that says nothing ever changes. You don't even cut the grass the same way. You may get gas for your car in the same place, but you don't use the exact same pump every single time, unless you're like totally crazy. I mean, if it affects you that badly for something to change, maybe what you need is therapeutic help. But the first thing you have to do when you think about things changing and why you get upset is you have to understand that things change. They do. You need to be a leader and embrace change. Here's what I mean by that. When your company, and I'll just say the corporation, whatever you want to call it, it could be a one owner deal or you could work for a Fortune 500 company. It really doesn't make any difference. When they send out the memo that changes something or have the meeting or your boss tells you or whatever it is, even if it's your wife saying, hey, I'm not putting the trash can here anymore, I'm putting it over there. That's not the subject for an argument. Even though maybe the way you look at change, maybe it is. It shouldn't be. The reason why is because everything changes constantly. Nothing is set in stone. It never has been. It never will be. Things adapt. You have to be, in the words of a famous Marine, you have to be able to adapt, overcome, improvise. You have to be able to think on your feet. You have to be able to make decisions that say, change is good. Change sometimes refreshes. And here's how it should work if you're a leader, supervisor, a boss. You should lead from the front. You shouldn't be looking at your people's backs when something changes. They ought to be looking at yours or maybe at the front of you, saying, come on, team, this is how it's going to be. I know that's goofy, and that's not how things actually work. But you have to be the first one. So in order to make things flow effectively and positively, leaders have to embrace change and move it forward. That's how it works. When you don't embrace change, what you do is you end up being the impediment to change. And what I mean by impediment is you become replaceable. People that will not change become replaceable. Think about that. Anyway, that's today's rant, or now's rant. Anyway, it's called Embracing Change, and y'all have a great day. This is Big Mike.